Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where not only will you see the best skate action, but where there still is plenty going on to excite all the senses. Once again, in order to keep you up to speed with all the latest maneuvers, let's open up the Trictionary and describe some of the grinds you are seeing today.
First, there are the types of grinds where you get between the middle of the wheels. There with a Royale, the feet slightly canted, and then the sole grind, locking onto the side of the boot. There are many different variations of this grind. Here's a top side grind. You jump up over the rail, then you lock your back foot onto the coping. And finally, cross the legs, add difficulty. That's called a unity grind.
Our next competitor, one of 3 finalists that come from the great Northwest, Portland, Oregon. This is B.J. Campbell. He's 18 years old.
And he's been touted as having one of the nicest styles in street. Off to a good start, already doing 5 tricks there with a corkscrew. Nice 540, getting bio, throwing his feet over his head. And a nice old school backside grind, facing away from where he's grinding. That's why they call it the backside.
Mark, and most of these guys come in looking like they have a set routine. Is that the case?
Yeah, some of them will tell you they don't, but the matter of the fact is that most of them have really thought out their run. At least they've thought out sections of their run, and then they put them all together depending on how they feel.
And if that works the first time, will they bring it back for the second?
Probably. Here, he always ends the run huge. He wants the judges to see it. There with a nice misty flip and then a creative air. Finish off right in front of the judges.
B.J. Campbell just linking it all together.
Here with the backside grind, slash stance with the feet wide, and the misty flip, getting upside down, reaching and grabbing the feet.
That run moves him into second place.
Dave Jarvis in his first run came out doing some very clean airs. And 190-pound 17-year-old Eric Shrine grinding beautifully.
On Dave Ellis's first run, he got a 65 even.
Shane Saviors from Portland did not have as good a run in his first run.
14-year-old Daniel Hendershot picked up a 63.20.
And Randy Spicer with some of the most creative tricks of the day left him placing very high after the first run.
So after one run, it is still Corey Miller, followed by B.J. Campbell, Dion Anthony, and a tie for 4th, Aaron Feinberg and Randy Spicer. Also an exciting part of the aggressive inline scene is the vert competition, which we will be bringing to you later here on ESPN. Check your local listings, because you definitely won't want to miss it. When we return to Milwaukee, we'll have more of the street competition right here on ESPN. We are down to our final run in the street competition, ASA, stop number 5, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Todd Harris along with Mark Shays. And Mark, you've got to say it was the old veteran teaching the youngsters a thing or two on that round 1.
Yeah, not bad. Corey Miller coming out, listening to the music he likes to listen to, skating the way he likes to, throwing in a few dance moves, but some big tricks as well.
All right, going into the final round, what do you look for? Do you play conservative, or do you just let it all hang out?
No, these guys are going to go for it. They're going to do the same runs you saw the first time around with an added twist. They'll all try to throw one more trick, make it a little bit bigger, and definitely nail everything.
All right, this is what we waited for, the cream of the crop. Let's go to the street competition. Replenishing for his final run, Dave Jarvis has traveled from Canada and is our next subject as we open up the profiles.
My name's Dave Jarvis. I'm 22 years old as of June 19th. I live in Toronto, and I grew up in Toronto, but around the age of 15, I took off to Vancouver and started the skating pretty much.
And his traveling proved to be a boost to his skating career.
Last year, I went to the Canadian Championships and ended up taking first in vert and second in street, which would have given me the overall. And my parents were really, really pleased with that and saw that this sport was going somewhere and I was going somewhere with it. So I've been doing my best just to keep on doing that, pushing myself and hopefully pushing the sport at the same time.
Dave is one of the oldest competitors now, but his skating is highly respected.
I think the most positive influences in the sport would have to be Chris Edwards and Arlo Eisenberg. I think they're very true to the sport. All they want to do is keep the sport growing and getting better for all of us and getting more and more people into it.
In addition to his success in inline skating, Dave has a few other hobbies.
I snowboard. I've been snowboarding for about 8 years now, so that's the main reason why I went up to Whistler. Spent a good winter up there, had a blast. Except for the end of the winter, I kind of had one little accident and broke both my wrists, but you know, it happens. I want to skate till the day that I can't skate, until my body says no more, which hopefully won't be for a long time.
We hope to see Dave a lot in the future, and we will keep you updated. In the meantime, dropping into the street course from a place where no one else is starting from is Dave Jarvis himself.
One of the things the judges look for is line, and this is creative, starting on the other side. Oh, the huge air to the soul grind. He aired up and did a disaster. That's actually a good thing, not a bad thing. The disaster is when you travel through the air and then plant on the coping. Coming with a lot of speed. Big 360 gap transfer, but he went down. He leaned back too far. And a nice air. Traveling backwards, that's an alley-oop transfer.
Mark, it looks like he's using some of that snowboarding that he has picked up in the wintertime to inspire some of his moves.
Yeah, he's got a lot of style and nice air awareness. If he were able to stick every trick in this run, he would potentially have a winning run here, but he's not skating with a lot of speed, and he's gone down a couple of times here.
Well, that'll wrap up the run for Dave Jarvis, the Canadian. Looked good, had a few falls like you pointed out, Mark, but with this jump, unbelievable.
The hardest trick of the day, clearly so far, the huge air to disaster.
And he picks up a 67 even, so that will be his best score. Next up from Australia, Dion Anthony, currently in 3rd place.
And Dion knows exactly what run he wants to do. Here, he's going to go for the transfer. Very nice. Coming up, facing backside and doing the Royale. Oh, he went down pretty hard on the ankle. Skating with a little less speed now.
Well, Dion's got a lot to shoot for his first run, a beautiful 70.80. He's looking to improve that.
There with a nice grind. He comes into his grinds with so much speed. That's key, because then you travel all the way across the rail or all the way across the platform. Judges looking for style, creativity, consistency, and difficulty. He's putting it all together, but he did take that one big fall. There's a little fakey 360. Coming up backwards, spinning around. And a nice soul grind, locking onto the side of the boot once again.
Well, Dion Anthony went down hard on his ankle, as you'll see right here, and he still was able to pull off a myriad of tricks on those grinds.
Oh, right there, right onto the ankle, super hard, but he was able to get up and shake it off.
Well, this is how it shakes down with one competitor to go. Corey Miller, 72 from his first run, is still holding up. That final competitor is B.J. Campbell. He will have the last shot at dethroning Corey Miller here at Milwaukee. Stop number 5 of the ASA Pro Tour. Stay with us.
Ken gets canned. Beef and spice. Never do a slim.
Hey guys, drop the clubs.
There's no problem here.
What do you think you're doing here?
Nothing.
Whose clubs are these?
I don't know.
We found them here.
Some kids. Hey, the city didn't build this place, so you could come in here with your golf clubs and ruin it. Now move it. Let's go. Get your stuff and put it in the car. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Now,
Ridiculous. So can we pick up this stuff at the station?
at the auction.
Man, the man.
That's not fair.
Good, great, just perfect.
Tour is brought to you by Slim Jim.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin with 470 live acts, a huge midway, and plenty of food. Milwaukee's Summerfest goes hand in hand with the excitement you see here at the street course. ASA Pro Tour stop number 5, and there's only one man left who can dethrone Corey Miller, and that is Portland, Oregon's B.J. Campbell. Here's some insight into his final run.
Just do my same run. Hopefully, can stick everything, do as good as I did in prelims.
So it is all up to B.J. Campbell now. It is his to take if he wants it. We'll see what he can pull off.
There with a nice 360 to start things off, right into the grind. Oh, beautiful. Then he gets on 1 foot, does a nice mono roll out of it.
The score to beat, 72 even, set by Corey Miller in his first run. And right now, Mark, he looks like he can do it.
That was an awesome 540 corkscrew. He got sideways, threw his feet around, and he wasn't going totally straight. He was doing a transfer from one ramp to the other. There, the same line, but the 360. He has not had any absolutely dramatic tricks. What he has had is a lot of good tricks. And quantity does count a lot, especially if you add lots of style to it. There's the Misty flip, very nice.
Boy, it is going to be close. He got a 71.60 in his first run, and this one could be close.
And he starts waving and bowing in front of the judges. Here, the beautiful grind, the Royale, and then he gets 1 foot on it, adding the difficulty in the style, and here with the corkscrew. Beautiful, flipping around.
Well, it is official. B.J. Campbell pulls off a 74.80. He overtakes Corey Miller on the last run of the day. The final results look like this. B.J. Campbell, Corey Miller, Dion Anthony, Aaron Feinberg, and Randy Spicer. Our overall tour rankings look like this. It is Spicer and Feinberg with great performances moving into the top 3. Let's go down to Mark, who's got our winner.
BJ, it's a special day for you. Tell me about it.
My dad's visiting me right now from Northern Ireland. I haven't seen him in 8 years. This is the first time he's ever seen me skate. So, came out here and showed off for him.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm so proud of him. Very proud of him. Yeah.
Our congratulations go out to B.J. Campbell. That will do it. Stop number 4. Stop number 5, Dallas, Texas. Check your local listings. For Mark Shays, I'm Todd Harris. We'll see you there.